Welcome to a new series and welcome to 2001. Here comes the money, WCW, where we are playing as Shane McMahon. We have taken over WCW, where technically he's bought it out. So he actually buys it out. So Vince McMahon does not own WCW, but because of the Shane McMahon buying, there's no hostility between WCW and WWF. It's now a bit more friendly competition. We have now moved to set of WCW Monday Night Nitro. It's now WCW Wednesday Night Nitro. Um, yeah, let's jump into the very first episode of this new series. So we start off with Shane McMahon coming out and opening the show. Shane talks about WCW going to a new direction. The next pay-per-view being WCW Big Bang, saying this is a new time for WCW, an exciting time. And this is where he introduces the WCW World and United States Champion, Booker T. Booker T comes out and he talks about being basically the ultimate champion in WCW altogether. Promises to be a fighting champion. DDP interrupts a WCW legend, realistically, and he interrupts and he challenges Booker T to a match at Big Bang for both titles. But before Booker can even say anything, Evan Courageous and Shannon Moore 3 count comes out and tells him that they're the future. You know, that DDP needs to move out the way, that Booker T should just be handing over titles and so on. So Shane announces 2 matches. One, tonight's main event where Booker T and DDP will go against 3 count in a tag team match. And the pay-per-view main event where DDP will be challenging Booker T for the WCW World Heavyweight and United States title as well for 71, 78, 77, 58, 55. That's fine. That's with once the 3 count started going in, the thing went down a little bit. That's absolutely fine. Hopefully, it can just help him out a little bit. Like Shane and Booker did great in all the angles, like talking wise, it was really good to see. Something a little bit different. Let's give Evan Courage and Shannon Moore a bit of a limelight as well, because why not? We might as well. Might as well see how they do with it as well. Then we're going to our very first match where David Flair defeats Mike Sanders in 7 minutes 12 seconds by submission with a figure 4 leg lock. 24 segment altogether. Wrestling was 29. The crowd was 27. 31 from David Flair, 27 from Mike Sanders, but Mike Sanders was really off his game, so he probably would have done better than David Flair. Not a first great match of the new direction, but starting this save, really realizing that things are needing to happen and change, and it's all about the now growing state of going into what I want it to be. This build up to Big Bang will be okay. I've got to start bringing people in, but once Big Bang hits, hopefully that's where I can start bringing in more people and all that sort of shit as well. Then we had backstage where Stacy Keibler tells Sean Stacey that he's kind of fell off a little bit, that he needs to make a change. And that change, he needs to showcase himself, show how good he is altogether. And they need to find that something. And they need to find what that something is. Next, we have Jamie Noble defeating Lash Lee Rocks. I think. I just realised something. In 6 minutes, 6 seconds by pinfall with a tombstone power driver. That's kind of mad for a 25. 30 from Lash, 37 from Jamie Noble. Scott Hudson, Arn Anderson, preparing to go on commentary. That's not cool. Jamie Noble basically showcasing what a cruiserweight wrestler he is. Next, we go backstage with David Flair. He seems pretty up about his win tonight, but suddenly he's entered by Canyon, where Canyon is not oppressed. Okay, he doesn't care. He tells David that this one win means nothing in the grand scheme of things, of everything, of professional wrestling. Because who's better than Canyon? For a 35, Canyon, seeing like this second generation sort of guy doesn't want to. He's not gonna just let him walk around thinking this one win is gonna do so much for him. Next, for a 25, we have Mark Jindrak defeating Johnny the Bull by pinfall with a diving clothesline. 25 altogether, 27 from crowd, 36 from the rest of the other. Okay, nothing great, nothing fantastic, but it is what it is. Mark Jindrak getting that win. Next, we go backstage where Team Canada goes to Shane McMahon, outraged that they aren't on tonight's show. No, they're saying not only are they the best wrestlers, but also the best tag team in WCW, and they demand to be on. But Shane tells them, well, you're a little bit say the show is booked and you didn't have space because you need to go and prove yourselves. Show me why you deserve to be on these shows for a 53. Next, Buff Bagwell comes out and he announces his vicious and delicious open challenge where he says anyone, and he means anyone, can come out if they think they could beat him in a match. And challenger number one of this is Hugh Morris for a 44. And the match itself gets a 49. Okay, Buff Bagwell was penalised due to extreme poor. That's not cool. 52 for Hugh Morris and a 54 for Buff Bagwell. I feel like it should have gotten a 50 something at least because of everything I'm seeing. But yeah, it is what it is. It was a okay match altogether. Next, backstage, WCW champion, WCW Cruiserweight champion, Shane Helms walks past 3 count. And Shane tells, 3 count that they've made a mistake by trying to go out there and interrupt Booker T and DDP tonight because the main event for them is a certain loss for a 27. Again, a little thing between the full thing of 3 count altogether, but Shane Helms is a face now. He's the Cruiserweight champ. Because of earlier in the show, he will be facing Jamie Noble in the next show. Just kind of give him a warning, but also taking the piss a little bit as well. 27. Then we go back to in-ring where Billy Kidman defeats Elix Skipper in 4 minutes 33 by pinfall with a shooting star press. 43 from the wrestling, 32 from the crowd, but a 34 from the segment. We got a 49 from Billy Kidman, it's not too bad. 37 from Elix Skipper, was okay for him. Seemed off, so he'd be in the 50s, Billy Kidman. But just a nice big win for Billy Kidman. He's like one of the main cruiserweight guys altogether. So get him on, give him a win. And I really like Elix Skipper. In hindsight, what we all know, how he goes on to be. And he has a viral clip of walking across, and he's just a flippy, cool, good wrestler. I think this is a nice moment just to give him a nice match as well. Then we go backstage where Booker T and DDP are talking about the tag match tonight. Kind of just talking about 3 count and how they're going to be on the same page tonight. And that actually comes up, and they agree that they want this match at the pay-per-view. DDP wants to be champ again. Booker T wants to prove why he's champ. So they agree that they will have each other's back until the pay-per-view. Because for now, they can be friends. But when it comes Big Bang in 4 weeks' time, I'm pretty sure. So on Sunday, I've got 4 Nitros. 4 Nitros in the pay-per-view. I know that for sure. But until Big Bang, they are friends. Comes Big Bang. When they fight for that world title, when they fight for the United States title, they are opponents. Fighting to basically be the best in WCW. It's 68 altogether. They're the sort of ratings I want to see, basically. Next, we have a tag team match where the WCW World Tag Team Champions, the Natural Born Thrillers, defeat I want to say it's Young Dragons in 5 minutes 51 when Sean O'Haire pinned Kaz with a senton bomb. 46 altogether. 45 in ring was pretty good. The crowd was a bit half and half. 47 from both Sean O'Haire and Chuck Palumbo. 45 from Kaz. Wow, go on, Kaz. Go on, Kaz. And a 41 from Jimmy Yang. They actually performed a lot better than I thought they was going to do. They're a lot closer to them than I thought they was going to be. But to me, this seems like a decent TV match altogether. But then we go post-match for a 49 where, as the Natural Born Thrillers are celebrating a win, they are suddenly attacked by Team Canada. Lance Storm and Mike Awesome. Team Canada hits their finisher on both men. Both take a super kick. Both take a power bomb. And once both men are just laying out, they hold a WCW tag title each and just raise them above the fallen Natural Born Thrillers. This is where I can see it going into commercial break. That is the idea. But basically laying their state of we are after these two. Next, we have a video play with Reno training. I think it's Reno or Reno. Reno sounds better. Training with Paisley standing in front. Paisley talks about how Reno is a pure fighter. He's a martial artist. You know, there is no other wrestler as skilled as him in the WCW. No, and WCW still haven't seen the full potential of Reno yet, and that he will dominate WCW as well. For a 21, we're going to handle a new gimmick as well because she was a dancer. Now she's a fabulous heel. I put it under. I think she's going to be very luxurious, that sort of thing, and a bit out there altogether. To kind of counteract what Renault's going to be like. He's dead serious. She's dead out there. Like, yeah, he's the best. 21, it's fine. I didn't. I wanted to put. He needed a manager. I thought she wasn't doing anything. Let's put them together. Let's see how they do. Renault, let's see how you go, broski. Let's see how you go. This is a I'm gonna call this a trial thing. Let's see how it goes. If he impresses, he could be maybe one of the guys where I go, oh, actually, let's stick him around and let's see how we can push him. Maybe if he doesn't really do anything, that's where I kind of go, right, maybe it's time just to let you go. Oh, we forget about the crowd heat. For fuck's sake. I'm so used to just looking at segment rating and not this as well. And then I'm so used to not having this. So I've not looked at this once. I have played this before this. It's just I just keep forgetting about the crowd heat altogether. Next, it seems like all of it's unclear, so that's fine. 32, backstage, Mark Jindrak is sorting out his locker. You know, he's had his match, he's won, he's just sorting himself out. When Stacy Keibler and Sean Stasiak walk up to him, and Stacy tells Jindrak that she was impressed with his win, with the way he was in the ring, everything. And she feels like Jindrak also needs something to help him, showcase him. He needs to find it. And Jindrak nods his head. And he agrees. So then Stacy Keibler puts forward an idea of these two tag, kind of once again as they had a very short-lived tag team before. And Jindrak agrees. He nods, he agrees. He shakes both Keibler and Stasiak's hand before they walk off. And Jindrak finishes sorting out his locker. Maybe a new team coming to WCW altogether with Stacy by their side as well. This could be a team and a half. 32. Next, we have Canyon defeating Jason Jett in 4 minutes 11 seconds by pinfall with a flatliner. 45 altogether. 51 unclear. 32. 38 from Jason Jett. Well, isn't too bad actually. I thought he was going to do a little bit worse than that. 64 from Canyon. That's actually okay, actually, Canyon. That's not too bad. An okay, like, Canyon showcased himself like, okay, yeah, you're a guy I'm going to be focused on for definite. Kind of showcasing and backing up his words, going, listen, you've got to win, so do I. Sort of thing from early night, saying that a win doesn't matter. It's about building that momentum and all that sort of stuff. Next, we go backstage where Team Canada talked about their attack and then on the Natural Born Thrillers, how Shane told them to make a statement and a name for himself, and what a better way of doing it than going after the WCW Tag Team titles and promising that they will take them titles away from him for a 36 altogether, building up that main tag team rivalry for now. A lot of stuff will be building. Okay, who's in the main, who's the upper, who's the tag, who's the cruiserweights, all that sort of stuff. Really seeing what everybody will be doing. Next, we go to our main event for a 66 Hot and Rising. Okay, that's not too bad. Where Booker T and DDP defeat 3 count in 9 minutes 51 when Booker T pins Shannon Moore with a scissors kick. 66 from DDP, 76 from Booker T, 45 from Shannon Moore, 46 from Evan Courageous. That's not bad from them actually. 58 from the in-ring, 48 about the crowd, 66 altogether. Hot and Rising from the crowd near the end. So why do they not talk about commentary quality was penalised for very low experience, but they were fine in this match, though. See, that makes no sense, because let me look at my booking details. Yeah, exact same people, but it mentions nothing here about them being awkward as an awkward pairing. That's very strange. That's very strange indeed. But big win for Booker T and DDP, of course. They are just the bigger, better. Even though they're a team and they're not, I could see these two winning tag titles all at some point. No, like a quick change sort of thing. But I'd say a good way to end this. But then post match for 79, as Booker T stands up and he's given the WC Award and United States title, he celebrates and he gets down, and as he turns around, DDP is standing there, nodding his head, and he looks at him and he looks down both titles, making sure his attention is like, yeah, listen, bro, I am after those 2 titles. And the show ends with the 2 men standing already face to face. We end the show on a 57. Well, it isn't great, but I'm hoping that this up to Big Bang is building momentum, and hopefully I can get names in and people in to kind of help out. The idea is some people will be getting signed for now, some people are getting signed up for after. So the idea is to proper push after Big Bang pay-per-view, because it's a little bit more risk than just bringing people in out of the fucking blue altogether. But 57 altogether, not great. But how do you think how the first show episode went? You're thinking this is a bit of a weird show about who was on and all that stuff. This is everyone, pretty much. The only people who missed out was Kiwi, Kid Romeo, Chavo Guerrero Jr., I've got Tori Wilson hired for some reason. I don't think she was supposed to be hired. And maybe a couple of other people. Like, this is pretty much 90% of the roster altogether you saw on the show, so you can kind of see what I'm playing with. This starts with a lot of segments as well, so I'm not very used to doing a lot of segments and more segments than matches, so I need to really think about how I'm doing all that as well. But hopefully I'll get the hang of it. Hopefully I keep remembering looking at the hot and rising stuff, because I keep forgetting about that all the time. They need 2 stronger, hot or above storylines. That will be DDP and Booker T will definitely be one. We will see what else we can get. Yes, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. See you next episode. Goodbye for now.